everyone, Leah Dixon here from Port Coquitlam, British Columbia. I am going live tonight. Sorry for no warning, but I'm going live tonight with my paper pumpkin. I totally lost track of time this month and didn't realize it was already the 17th. So I had a nice surprise when I got home today to see this sitting on my stairs. So I'm super excited to start crafting with you. This is our January paper pumpkin called Key to My Heart. So it's 9 Valentine's cards. So I'm going to switch over to just my desktop and we're going to get started crafting. So I actually have I took the plastic off of this and that is all that I have done. I haven't even peeked inside yet. So here we go. We have our stamp set. So it's got like the little heart locket there for a stamp set with the key, some hearts and another little keyhole. And then our sentiments, and a fancy little label. And our sentiments say, love is the key. I love you to my Valentine, and you hold the key to my heart. So very sweet little Valentines. And our ink is Fresh Freesia. Oh, hello. It just says Facebook user, so I'm not sure who just said hi, but thanks for joining. So Fresh Freesia is our color for this month. So I'm just going to actually grab my regular stamp pad off of the wall for that. And then let's get this shadow out of here. Let's see, maybe I can. There's just a little note in our box that there are heart boxes as an add-on. So you know those cute heart-shaped boxes that you get for like chocolate treats and stuff? They have those as an add-on. They do include the QR code to shop the add-ons while supplies last, but I've also included a link to it in the description of this video. So if you're interested in grabbing those heart boxes, that link is there, and you get 10 treat boxes in the kit for, I think it was $15. And on the other side of this is just a little bit of information about next month's paper pumpkin, which you can actually subscribe for now, called Sunshine and Smiles. And it coordinates with the Plain the Rain stamp set. And what's super cool is that they're also having a little add-on die set to go with the new paper pumpkin kit. So I'm really excited about this one. And I see in the picture here some plaids as the DSP. And of course, we know we're getting the cute little frog cloud and umbrella. And let's bring that in closer so you guys can see those little cloud, frog, and umbrella as part of the stamp set for the February kit, the Sunshine and Smiles. So in the description of this video, I have ways that you can purchase a prepaid subscription. And then you also earn celebration rewards when you do that. So feel free to contact me about more info about that, or just go online and check it out. But let's get started crafting. This is perfect timing for me because I haven't started my Valentine's yet, and I don't really want to be rushing it. I don't make a ton of them, but I make a Valentine usually for my kids and my students at school. So the only thing a paper pumpkin kit does not come with is a pair of scissors. Other than that, you get everything you need, including a block if it's your first paper pumpkin kit. So this is obviously not my first paper pumpkin kit. So here we go. Let's open this one up and see what we have. So we have some beautiful, it looks like Calypso Coral Twine. Love that color. Of course, some Stampin' Dimensionals, some envelopes, and let's see here. Well, it looks like they're all the same in this kit. So a nice Fresh Freesia with the keys on the inside. I always love those decorated envelopes. And then some very fancy card bases. So hopefully that's meant to pop out because it's got the little key part that pops out of the front of this card. Oh, wow. Oh, that's beautiful with the Fresh Freesia painted on the inside. I love it. How cool is that? So we're going to keep one of those card bases. I'll put the rest off to the side. So it looks like, yeah, I have 3 of each design. So I've got 3 of those. I've got 3 of this beautiful Fresh Freesia with the gold across the front of it. So pretty. Oh my goodness. Put those aside. And then don't know which color this is. This must be, oh, let's see. It must be petal pink. Yeah, it looks like petal pink. That or a very muted Calypso coral. So very pretty. So I'll pop those off to the side. Then we've got some vellum pieces here. I always love it when they include the vellum. Gorgeous. And oh, so adorable, the locks and keys. So sweet. So I'm just grabbing one of everything as we go here and popping the rest off to the side so that we can just craft. And then some more of these labels. Oh, and then mini glue dots. Now, this is the part I always forget. I kind of start to panic. I'm like, okay, great. I have all this product. What am I supposed to do with it? The instructions. The instructions are at the back. So we can see what the 3 cards look like, as well as full description of exactly how to put these together. So thank goodness, because it was a really long day at work today. So I'm not quite ready to just go crazy and craft on my own without some guidance here. So I'm going to move all this stuff off to the side, and I'm going to start with this one piece of fresh freesia. And they've got us stamping these hearts all over it. So I'm going to grab these hearts and pop them onto a block. So here we go. Now I like to put mine up in the kind of the top corner when I'm using a paper pumpkin block, because then I don't get ink all over the place if I'm inking this up, and yeah, it makes it a bit easier. All right, so we'll stamp those hearts there. We'll stamp some hearts up here, and voila, we've got our hearts. Now these envelopes, actually, let's check this out. These envelopes are decorated inside, but they're plain on the front. So I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take these hearts while I've got them, and also put some onto the front of my envelope. All right, so that's stamped. Actually, I won't put that away yet because I need a sentiment here as well. They've got To My Valentine, which is probably the best one for this one. These are definitely not going to be, well, maybe they'll be for my class. Probably not, though. All right. To My Valentine. We'll ink that up. And we're putting it onto one of these labels. So one of the ones that has the same slant as our fresh freesia piece there. All right. Put that envelope off to the side. Grab our sentiment. And To My Valentine. Beautiful. All right. Let's see where I can put that. Okay. So now that we have this stuff stamped, I'm going to actually put the ink away for a moment so I don't get ink on anything. And we're going to attach these. So you have mini glue dots in your kit. I love these mini glue dots, but I tend to not actually use them on my projects here. So I'm going to just pop those off to the side. And I'm going to grab, I was crafting last night, and my seal and my glue are off on the other side of my room. Okay, here we go. I was actually just making some other Valentines last night with my love cats again. And so these are off to the side. So we're going to grab our card base. Oops. So they want their card base going this way. And this piece is going to get just attached directly to our card front. So if you only have the pieces that come in your card kit, then you're going to want to use the mini glue dots. I have other stuff though, so I'm going to use other stuff. I find using just like seal or something just way faster. And so we're going to attach that. Then we're going to grab this piece of vellum, and it's already pre-cut and everything. We just have to kind of punch it out. So I'm going to grab that piece of vellum, and it shows attaching this piece of vellum here, just at the bottom, like just so it just slightly overlaps that piece of fresh freesia. Now I'm not going to put adhesive over the whole thing. We're just putting adhesive. Oh my goodness, not working for me. We're just putting adhesive in the center, just a little dot in the center, because then it's going to get covered up by our ribbon and our sentiment and all sorts of stuff like that. So we've got that. Then it says to take 15 inches of our twine here. This is gorgeous twine. So of course I don't have my inches. I think this side is 16, so that'll be close enough. I'll go back a little bit and grab my scissors. So again, scissors is the one thing you don't get in this kit. All right, and it shows us tying a giant kind of floppy bow with this. And here we go. So we've got that tied. And then I'll just kind of pull out these ends so that they even out. All right, so we've got this giant floppy bow that's going to get attached here. Now they do show us attaching this with a mini glue dot, and this is one place where I totally agree. This is going to be the job for a mini glue dot. However, I love those little mini ones for when you really need something truly mini, mini, mini. Oh, hi, Lila. I'm just working on the first card from this month's Key to My Heart paper pumpkin. So we've got some nice colors going on here, and I'm just attaching this ribbon with a mini glue dot. Here we go. So we've got that attached. Now we need to grab that sentiment that we created, and this gets popped onto our card with our dimensionals. Now I do like to use the paper pumpkin dimensionals because I actually find they're just a little bit thicker than regular dimensionals, so they add just that much more pop to the card. Oh, now that's interesting. I also removed my scraps bin, I guess last night. I was using it upstairs. Okay, so there we go. We've popped that on there. Oh, and I totally used the wrong one. It wasn't supposed to be like this. It was supposed to be the banner one that got flagged in. Oh, well. All good. Sentiment still fits. And then I am going to grab some of these keys. And I love them because they actually have like the gold highlights on them. So we're going to take this whole top row, just like that. All right. And we're going to pop up the centers, but I'm going to keep these. I don't know what for yet, but I'm going to keep them because they're gold edged. So like, I don't know. I don't want to get rid of that. Maybe use them for fish scales, or I don't know. We'll find a way to use them. Okay, so we've got our little locks here, and each of these is going to get 2 dimensionals on it, just on the body of the lock though, not like, we're not messing around with those handles on there. I guess that's like actually the lock part. So we're just popping these on like that, right in the middle. There we go. Now our heart's going to be our center one, and it's going to go in front of the other 2. So we're going to take these guys. I guess I should probably put this kind of centered so I know where the other ones should go. And this guy is going to get tucked under so he's behind the heart lock and behind the sentiment. All right, and then our little circle lock. I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but on the other side. Okay, and then finally our heart. And this is why it was important to put our dimensionals just down the center, because now our dimensionals will fall between the other 2 locks. There we go. And that is our first card finished. So it's very cute and all shiny with the golds and everything there. Very sweet. And a very nice color combo as well. I like that. All right, put that one off to the side. And we're going to grab our directions for, oh no, I just dropped all those pieces. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, I might be reaching down to the ground to grab stuff now because everything's on the floor. All right. Okay, so our next card uses the Fresh Freesia card base. And even though we have the gold here, they have us stamping those hearts on here again. So I'm going to grab my Fresh Freesia ink and those hearts again. So that same set of hearts that we were using before. We're going to come up here and stamp them there. And down here and stamp them there. All right. So with that done, we are going to attach our vellum circle. So we had all those vellum pieces. Oh, you know what? I should stamp my sentiment right now and get that ink out of the way because I just feel like it might be one of those days that I end up with ink on everything. So I do have extras of this one. This is the one that we're actually supposed to use on this card. But since I didn't use the right one on the last card, let's not use the right one on this card. Let's switch them up entirely. All right. So I've got this, and love is the key is the sentiment we're using on this one, which is so appropriate because this one has the gold key on it as well. So let's grab that love is the key and a block to put that on. Let's see. That way. There we go. Love is the key. Beautiful. And now we're going to put away our ink because I don't want to drop anything in it, and I have a feeling. I have a feeling. Okay, so we're not putting much on this circle to hold it in place. They actually are showing putting it down first and then attaching the locks and everything. So, we'll do it their way. So they've got one little dot that's supposed to just go a little bit above and one that's supposed to go a little bit down. And I guess that's like where our locks are going to cover things up. And then they've got it covering up 2 sets of hearts. Okay. There we go. So that adhesive should get covered up by the locks that we're going to attach to this. Now, we've got these 2 locks and the key that we're going to pull off of here. There we go. And then we're going to pop out those centers. I'm going to keep them though because they have that nice gold trim on them. That one has a calypso coral trim, but still, it's kind of cute. We'll find a use for it. All right, so we've got our locks and our key. Now, the locks are going to go on here with dimensionals. Now, I just had my dimensionals. What did I do with them? Oh, there we go. And so they show again, just like last card, I'm going to put 2 dimensionals on each right down the center. And so this top one, we're going to pop it up here. And this other one, this heart one, we're going to pop it down below and just slightly overlap them. Okay, just like that. And then our love is the key sentiment is going to go right here, but below those hearts. So those hearts are going to show through, and we're going to use dimensionals on that one as well. All right. So right here at the bottom of our circle, below those hearts, I'm going to pop that on. All right, now our last step is to take our key, and they've actually shown tying a knot and just using a mini glue dot to hold this in place. I actually think I'd rather tie this around and have it actually attached to the key. I don't like attaching ribbon just with mini glue dots if I can help it, especially if it's not going to be held on by some other adhesive later on. So we're going to tie that at the top of our key, and then make 2 little bunny ears here and create a little bow. All right. So that might have been a bit easier to achieve if I had already glued it down, but that's okay. So we've got our little bow tied here, and I'm going to trim up the ends just to make them, oops, a little bit shorter. All right, there we go. And then they are showing to attach this right like that between the 2 locks with a mini glue dot. But I actually want that key to stay standing up a bit. So I'm going to use my scissors and cut just a little piece of the frame of my dimensionals so that I can get a little piece that's going to fit nicely into the tip of that key. And then I will use a mini glue dot here at the top of my key because it's on top of my already popped up locks. So there we go. I'm going to kind of mix and match my adhesives so that that key stays up. All right. And then that's going to pop on right like that. So we've got that attached. And that is super duper cute. And so that is our second paper pumpkin card. So again, that one could be a Valentine's, or it could be like an engagement card or a wedding card or something. I know it's super colorful. I was surprised for Valentine's cards that, you know, weren't red and white, that there was so much other color in them. I like them a lot. Like the color combos. All right, now our last card uses this really fun one that has that front popped out. I love that. And let's just see here. I gotta grab the instructions because I'm not so with it tonight. So this one uses up our last key on that sheet. So we do use all the pieces on there. Oops, and we're gonna pop out the center of that key. All right, just like that. And then we've got this banner here that has the extra, I think it's actually Mango Melody attached to it. So we've used all 3 of our banner types now. And we're going to stamp our last sentiment on here. And this one says, "You hold the key to my heart," which is kind of cute because it's like the keys inside the keyhole. All right, so you hold the key to my heart. There we go. All right, and that gets stamped onto this banner in, of course, our fresh freesia. Okay, you hold the key to my heart. And there we go. All right, and do we stamp? We don't even stamp any hearts on this one. I guess you could on the inside or on the envelope. That would be cute. But the directions don't have us stamping anything else, just the one sentiment. And they do have us grabbing another piece of vellum, which of course I've thrown on the floor here. So we've got one more piece of vellum. Kind of interesting. This piece actually leaves you with a good chunk of vellum that's uncut and unused. So I'm actually going to hold on to that, and then you can come in here and see like what, oh, that's actually perfect. I like to use these things up on something else, so I'm just looking at that, and it's a tight fit, but I can use my tool here to move things around. I went and got it stuck. Come on. There we go. And so you just want to maneuver this until you see that it's fully covering. Oh, come on. There we go. So I don't like to waste these little bits. So there, I got that in. And now I've got this cute little vellum bow out of my bow punch. And I can set that off to the side to use on another project. So don't want to waste any bits of this. I always like to use up all those things. All right. because that was a very large chunk that they had left. So we're going to take this piece of vellum and glue it right behind this. So I'm gonna grab my Seal Plus and run it down the center, and then I'm going to hold this over top, line that up, and set it down. There we go. So we've got our little vellum background on that now. And then it shows us, well, actually they showed us to not put the two together. I was supposed to put one with dimensionals on top of the other, but I want the whole thing popped up. And then I'm going to hide my dimensionals back here and pop up the whole thing, vellum and all. I'm not very good at following instructions, apparently. And then this one goes down here, just at the bottom. So we still see all that nice design on the card front. And then our key, again, they say to attach the bow, the twine separately. I'm going to tie it right around my key so that my key is holding the twine in place. Okay, so there we go. And we'll take that, tie that around the top of our key, and tie our bow. If you think it looks cuter with the bow right in the center of the key, then you go ahead, tie your bow, and put it down with a mini glue dot like they have suggested. But I am going to do it just a little bit differently. All right, so with that attached, they want us attaching this to the card right there inside that space using mini glue dots. And for this one, I will go with their suggestion. I'm not going to pop it up like I did the other one, because this one's just kind of in a more delicate position, being kind of inside the card. So got one there and one down here. Now, so we're going to close that. I kind of am centering the circle to get that lined up. There we go. And that is our finished card. So you hold the key to my heart. That is so sweet. Oh my gosh, I love these. All right, so that is our 3 cards that are paper pumpkin designs. I'm just gonna put those all back up here so you can see all 3 of the cards that came in this month's paper pumpkin. And you can see how like quick and easy those were to create with. Now I think I might just create one quick little alternative card with you guys. I don't always do the alternative cards, but I have a few ideas because I really like this stamp. So we're going to take that one and pop it onto a block. There we go. And let's see, do we want to use any GSP? You know what? I actually think I might cut up one of our envelopes. So a nice delicate card with the swirls. I know, isn't it beautiful? So I think what we're going to do for our alternative cards, I'm going to move these out of the way so I can craft an alternative here with you guys, is I'm going to pop open this envelope. So I'm actually not going to do it that way. I'm going to grab my paper trimmer. It's the easiest way to do this without creasing your paper. And I'm going to pop my envelope in so that I've just got like that edge coming off. Okay, and then we'll flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, come on. There we go. All right, so with those 2 edges cut off of our envelope, voila, our envelope opens up. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we don't have a full thing. That front of our card is white on the inside as well. Okay, no worries. So I am going to trim this to create a background. So let's see. I would like this at Now I don't use this paper trimmer often enough. I always have a struggle opening it. You know what? I don't need to open it. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut this so that where the crease is just comes off. And we'll save that for something that might decorate the envelope nicely, actually. And then I think I might actually, yeah, I have my cutter upside down for you guys. Sorry. So I want this at, let's see, how wide is this? Oh, I'll be able to do 5 1/4. Perfect. So I'm going to cut this at 4. And then we're going to cut it at 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. So that makes a perfect mat on our card front. Now this is some good white paper. You can do what you'd like with that. Save it and stamp on it. Do something else with it. So I'm going to pop that there. Actually, yeah, we'll see what we do with that. All right, so we have a nice background. Now I'm going to grab just a basic white card base. So nothing fancy. And I don't know if I'm going to glue that down yet because I might use some of the twine. We'll see. So we've got a nice background happening here. I feel like maybe because of how it's fading though, maybe we should do a tall card. Maybe we should do a tall card. I don't know. So many choices. All right. So let's see here. Yeah, I think a tall card. I like how that fades down into nothing at the bottom. Okay. We've got this going on. We've got this. All right. Next thing that we're going to do is take this stamp and I'm just going to grab maybe I've got some scraps here. Maybe I don't. No, I don't want to use that one. It's not a good scrap. All right. Is that big enough? It might be. We'll see. All right. We're going to grab that for that. And I have to go to my other desk. I don't have enough big scraps here of basic white. Sorry. Okay. All right. So I've got some basic white scraps here. And I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to stamp that in our fresh freesia. I'm going to try not to bring in other colors because if you're crafting using just what's in your kit plus some white paper, I want you to be able to create some great things. All right. So we've got that. And actually, I don't want to have to cut any circles. So maybe I'll cut this paper down so that it is also 4 inches. Sorry, 4 inches. There we go. So I've got that going across like that. I don't know if I want it to be the full 4 inches yet, but if I start that way, I can always trim it down. So I'm going to take this piece again and stamp that in what should be pretty much the middle. We'll see. And then I've got some more of that same piece, and I'm going to grab that lock and key that we have. Actually, maybe just the lock. And I'm going to put that onto a block. And I'm going to stamp it. There we go. Maybe I'll do a couple just in case. I'm not really sure what the end game is here yet. So I'll do a few of them. That way we have them if we need them. All right. And I think what we're going to do is do our sentiment directly onto our designer series paper. All right. So we've got this, we've got that, I've got those locks, and then we have a love you. Actually, no. You know what? We're going to not do love you. We're going to do to my Valentine. To my Valentine. And I am going to stamp it right down here on our card because it fades out enough there at the bottom that our Fresh Freesia ink stands out on that, and it's not an issue at all. All right, now we've got that going on, and now, you know what, we do need our key. I wonder about that key though. I kind of want it in gold. I kind of want to emboss it, but I know that not everybody's going to have embossing powder, and I want to keep this one simple. I'll do some fancier ones later, but let's keep this one simple. So no key for this card. All right, I am going to grab my paper snips now, and I am going to cut out at least one of these. We'll see what it looks like with just one. So we're going to fussy cut this. Sorry if I am not fully in the screen. I'm trying to keep it close enough that I can see what I'm doing. All right, so this isn't too bad for fussy cutting. It's pretty straight lines. Well, not straight lines, but like easy curves. We're not doing anything intricate or fancy. So here we go, all the way around. Voila. And now I kind of feel like I want that center cut out. So I don't like to smash scissors in there. So I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool. And actually I'm going to get a pierce mat in here. And I'm going to poke a hole that way. That way I'm not bending my paper as I try and get my scissors in here. Okay, so once you've got your hole, then you can get your scissors in there and you're not going to wreck your paper and get it all like crinkly and weird looking. Okay, and then we can cut around the inside of this heart because I really want it cut out. I don't like having that solid center. All right, there we go. Okay, not bad. All right, so we've got our little locket cut out. And I think what I might do is that locket might go in the center, and then I'm going to see if I can fit two more. I wonder if I can, or if it's too tight. I might have to overlap them to fit them. Darn it. Okay, new plan. I don't like it covering up all of that thing. We're going to flip it over. We're going to do those two pieces out on the sides because I like them so much. I want to be able to see them, and I feel like the locket covers it up too much. So we're going to put that out to one side and that out to the other side. There we go. And then we're going to put our locket right in the center. I think I like that. Okay. I think I like that. Or do I want two lockets? You guys help me decide. Do I want two lockets to go around that nice centerpiece, or two swirly pieces to go around one locket? Okay, I feel like we have to do the gold key. Sorry, guys. So I'm actually going to do two lockets and a gold key. All right, here we go. We're going to cut out our second locket. This is why I stamped extras, because I never quite know what I want to do when I'm doing these alternative cards. Because I truly had not seen this kit at all. Often I don't get a chance to do these videos the night that my paper pumpkin arrives, and so I've seen other people playing around and I kind of know what to expect and can pre-plan a little bit. But tonight I truly had not seen anybody's projects, and I'm just kind of winging it here. All right. Probably shouldn't be using that mat for that, but oh well. Okay. And here we go. Cut out our little locket. And so here we go. So if you got this kit, I'd love to see your alternative projects if you create any alternatives with this. And I'd love to have you post them and share those with us. So I've got that going on. Now I'm going to grab my key. I'm going to put it on a block. we're going to actually emboss this. I wasn't going to do any embossing tonight, but I don't know. I can't help myself. I need a gold key. Oh, you know what? What am I doing? I don't have to emboss a gold key. We have extra keys in our kit. So silly. Can't believe I forgot that. Okay, let's grab a gold key from our kit. Or maybe it's going to be too large. Let's see. No, actually, that's not going to be too large. I like that. Okay, we're not going to bother stamping and embossing a gold key tonight. We're going to use this one. And I am, if I didn't lose it, oh, there it is. I am going to attach some twine. But actually, I don't think I want, I don't think I want Calypso Coral twine on there. I think what I'm actually going to do is, what color do I want on there? I really want gold. So I think I'm going to grab some of our gold satin edged ribbon. Now, you guys, this was in our last mini catalog, but it's not gone. It is still available on the website, and I believe it's going to be coming out in a new catalog, but it is definitely carrying over. It is definitely still available. And so if you love this stuff, it's not gone. Okay, so we're going to tie that around, create a little knot, and tie our little bow, and then snip this off the base. Oh, I might have tied that too small. This is why I don't undo them from the roll until I've kind of tied them and everything. All right, I need enough there. There we go. Didn't leave myself enough to tie a bow. Okay, here we go. All right. So I've got that there. Create my little bunny ears. There we go. Wrap that around. And we're almost done here. Oh, come on. There we go. And then we can trim up those ends. Trim up the ends. And have that at the top of our bow. So now this little guy, oh, he's not cooperating. He's going all funky on me. What is he doing? Right, we may have to tame him with a mini glue dot. If the bow won't stay controlled, then we grab a mini glue dot and control it. All right, oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so now we have to actually glue all this stuff down. So you can grab liquid glue, you can grab your mini glue dots from your kit. I'm just going to use some seal and some dimensionals again. So this piece, we're just going to pop this down. There we go. And put that right on there. All right. Now this piece, we're going to put some seal on the back of that as well. Pop that right across the center. There we go. Okay, now these guys are going to go on with dimensionals. So we're going to flip those over, find the dimensionals. There we go. Pop those on. Just like that. And like that. So it's the cutest little stamp set. I love that little lock. And then we could have embossed a little gold key, but I love that we can just be quick and simple here and use the one from the kit. And we're going to attach that with some mini glue dots. There we go. And let's put that on at a little bit of an angle, just like that, with our little bow at the top. And now that this is on the card front, I'm just going to actually position that bow and trim up those ends a little bit more, well, at least the one end. There we go. And we could call that done, or we can pop into our embellishment stash. Let's see here. What do I have? Most of my embellishments are over on my other table right now. Let's see. And I think I might throw some more gold onto this card. I don't know, I'm just really in a gold mood. So these are the pastel adhesive back sequins. And I think maybe we'll just do a few like this. Oh, do we want gold? Do we want fresh freesia actually? Okay, maybe we're not going gold. Might be too in your face. Let's go a little bit more subtle. I like that. A little bit of subtlety. There we go. And another one over here. All right, so just some subtle little sequins on there to finish that one up. So there is my alternative card for our Key to My Heart paper pumpkin. So I did add in a few extra little things, a little bit of ribbon and a little bit of the pastel sequins. But aside from that, that is using the pieces from this month's paper pumpkin. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. We have our 3 paper pumpkins from the kit, and then one alternative using the inside of our envelope. So yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for joining me for a quick little impromptu crafting this evening. I will post these photos of these cards. Well, maybe tonight, hopefully tonight, because tomorrow's a little bit busy for me. But yeah, that is our paper pumpkin kit. I'd love to see what you guys do with it. So please, if you create alternatives, share them with me. You can share them on my Facebook Stampers group, or, just send me a private message with your creations. So have a great night, everyone, and I hope you get some time to do some stamping. Bye.